Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 20. This is Hunted, part 4. While the scene on here does actually happen, the location is all wrong, so F this comic. I'm joking. No, they actually do fight. It's just they do in a warehouse. We're going to get into that in a hot second. First, we got the writer is Nick Spencer, Humberto Ramos is on pencils, Victor Olazabra on inks, Edgar Delgado and Eric Arcianega on colors, VC's Joe Caramagna on letters. Ramos and Delgado do the cover, and there's some variant covers by Lanil Francis Yu and Sonny Rowe. That's the connecting one. Mark Bagley does one. John Dell and Justin Ponser also do some comic covers. And Jay Bowen does the Hunted logo design. And Stan Lee, of course, created Spider-Man along with Steve Ditko, and they both created a whole bunch of the characters, some of the best rogues villains ever. A rogue that Stan Lee and Steve Ditko didn't create, although Lee certainly influenced, was the Black Ant. Now, the Black Ant and Spider-Man are having a great conversation all throughout the length of this comic book. This is probably one of my best hero-villain conversations ever. This is the way that these two were talking. And of course, it's mostly Black Ant who's doing the talking, but Spidey is asking just the right questions. He's commenting in just the right parts that make Ant start explaining things a little bit more. I mean, we actually go back, and it makes me stop for a second and think about the Avengers, the New 52 initiative, the 52 state initiative, when Taskmaster was tasked with training a lot of the new recruits and into the 50 State Initiative, and Black Ant was first pulled over there. How these two went at it with each other a little bit, and then it turns out they wound up becoming really good friends. And all throughout history, these guys wound up having a great friendship. And this is just, this is expounded upon in this. Even though they're technically not friends right now, it's almost like they always knew who each other was the whole time. So it's like, well, I don't blame you for being a jerk. You're a jerk, but I don't blame you for being a jerk. It's great. I can't wait until these two are together again. I really hope that they start, if they're going to get into a fight, that's cool. Let them get into a fight, but let them go right back to being friends. We learn what Craven's ultimate plan for the businessman, at least, is. And yes, this is much more Craven-esque. Craven's son... He is Craven when he was younger. He really is. He's, besides being as tough as nails and all that stuff, he's very impatient. And it's funny because the predator, the cat, the big cat that pounces on its enemy too soon, misses the enemy. You know what I'm saying? The enemy winds up, oh my God, squirming and getting out. It's the master hunter that's able to wait until just the perfect moment. And there's a part here where I wonder if Craven is starting to get upset or what, but he actually digs into his hands a little bit. You actually see him dig into the back of his hand a little bit, either I'm pissed off at you, son, or yeah, you're right. I can't wait to get into the fray, but it's not time yet. This is sick, and I really do love this. There's stuff here under the surface that you have to read and get into, and I love it. There is a part in here where I'm not going to say exactly what happens, but I will say that with the Black Cat, there's a part in here where you suddenly realize why it is that she really does need her own solo series. I am really looking forward to it at this point. I mean, Jed MacKay, I know Travel Foreman's going to do a great job drawing. J. Scott Campbell's going to be doing some covers. Awesome. Jed MacKay, man, all I'm saying, do this comic book proud and make that comic book good. Because this, Black Cat straight up shows herself to be a hero in this. Self-sacrificing and everything. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I may have mentioned a fight between the Lizard and Craven. It's a fight, all right. It's just, it's going to lead into something else. Because remember, with that chip in his spine, Lizard can't fight back. Now, is the obvious thing going to happen and he's going to wind up burning through the chips so that he could get into a good fight, a good scrap, and then he's going to go back to being who he was before? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. We don't know. But I really do like the Lizard like this. His conversation with Taskmaster at this, at the end stage of their relationship with each other, Spot on. Spot on. Like, I like this new version of the Lizard. He's cool. I do want to see him let loose again. Because Craven had, son of Craven, had some really good points to make. But he is a brash, impetuous youth. I am looking forward to what happens in the next issue. The next issue is of course, going to be an HU. It's going to be out next week. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 20.HU. And it's going to feature the Vulture. Oh, yeah. So we're going to see the Vulture behind the scenes leading these people. The Vulture, a leader? What? No. He'd make a terrible leader, right? But he's manipulative. That's what he is. And we're going to see that. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.